Okay, next step is soldering. So in the back of the room here, you see these three posters? Go ahead and read each one of these before starting. Okay, now I'm back here at the soldering station. And what I've got is a piece of wood, I got my tacks, I've got my template with my pattern on it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my glass now, I'm gonna put it on this piece of wood here. Now make sure that you match your master pattern when putting it on the wood, and we're going to start to solder here. If you get your color wheel out of order, let's say you put your green where your yellow is or something like that, I will mark you off for that. Make sure that this matches. So that means that one triangle, all the primary colors go on, and then the second triangle, the secondary colors go on. All right. Also, make sure that you follow your arrows. So your arrows are, in my case, are radiating out from the center. You want to make sure that you match that, and also where you started and stopped your foiling, your overlap right here, make sure your overlap is on your seam. If your overlap turns out to be on the outside edge, I will mark off points for that. So double check that all of your overlaps are on your seam. Okay, now we want to go ahead and start using these tacks and tacking it in place. And what the tacks do, they're just going to kind of hold the pieces in place while we solder, put solder on the copper foil, okay? So when I do this, I'm taking the tack, you can hold it down and then kind of twist it. And you don't have to hammer it in, okay? There's no reason for that. You're not building a house. You just have to make sure these things don't move. And so I like to put two at the tips. And that way it doesn't move away from my center hexagon here. All right. Again, they're not incredibly secure, but again, a little twisting helps a lot. And it definitely helps when you get there to put your thumb down on both the hexagon and the triangle. That way they don't move when you put the tacks in. And now we're going to go ahead and we're ready to solder.